Hello, guys. In this video, I'm going to talk about why the Republicans have such a huge advantage in the Electoral College and why they typically win if the popular vote is pretty much dead even, let's say 50-50. They'll have the advantage. So right now I'm just going to be filling in states as if it were let's say that Democrat and the Republican candidate both get 50% of the vote. This is what the map would be. And here's how I'm doing this map. I'm calculating it based on, let's say, Biden won by 4 points in 2020. Well, let's say every state shifted to the right by 4 points. So that's how I'm going to be doing this map. And I think it's a pretty simple way of illustrating and explaining why the GOP have such a huge advantage in the Electoral College. In pretty much a lot of these states, they just have a giant advantage. Even Texas, if it shipped 4 points to the right, it would be solid over 10 points. Okay, we're almost done here. Virginia, Colorado, New Mexico, and I think we're New Hampshire. Maine second would even be solid, and Nebraska second would be lean Republican because they did shift by 3 points. Actually, if they know, let's see, let's calculate this here. Biden won it by 7. Okay, yeah, 3 points. Never mind. Okay, and I think we're about set up here. Almost there. Tilt and tilt. So this is what it would look like if it was a 50-50 environment. And you see here that no party has an advantage to popular vote, but the GOP is just winning by this much in the Electoral College. And the main reason is you look at these solidly blue states of like New York, Massachusetts, California, Oregon, Washington. They all have these huge cities where Democrats win by 80-20 margins or even bigger than that, and maybe 90-10. They win by such huge margins in these cities that they're just wasting their votes really, because these states are already like Democratic by over 20%. Like, while the Republicans are a lot more evenly dispersed across other states, especially swing states. It's not that much huge cities. There's big cities in Florida, but Florida is different because Miami-Dade has just become a lot more right-wing as of recent. So the GOP tends to be a lot more better dispersed than Democrats are, mainly due to the rural-urban divide. Rural areas, there's just a lot more rural area around, so they have more places to live, better geographically situated. They're more spread out. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Well, the urban Democrats are a lot more condensed into their areas, which really hurts them in the House of Representatives too, which is why we see Republicans have a little bit of advantage there, even without like gerrymandering and stuff like that. They still have an advantage because of the urban-rural divide. The rural areas are a lot more spread out than the urban ones, and the Democrats tend to live in these urban cities where they just kind of dominate, while the other states, like the swing states, just tend to lean Republican or tilt Republican in a perfectly 50-50 environment. And this is why we see this type of map. And honestly, it hurts Democrats in a lot of ways, not only in the Electoral College, but like, let's say by a state basis. Republicans, technically, on a 50-50 environment, they win 31 states to 19 states to the Democrats. So, like, on the governor's side of things, that's what the GOP has a big advantage in governor elections, or gubernatorial elections, as they're often called. And this also translates to the Senate because each state has 2 senators, so they have that natural advantage in the Senate as well. So in the House, the Democrats will probably have like the biggest advantage because that is really based on population, but it still hurts them if they're wasting votes in these solidly Democratic districts. Senate is the worst for the Democrats, though. You need to get a majority, 50 seats, and it's just super hard for Democrats to come by that, and that's why, like, in 2022, it's crucial that they have to fight to keep the Senate, because the 2024 Senate map's really bad for them. They had to defend West Virginia and Montana, so yeah, the Democrats really just have a huge disadvantage in the Electoral College, mainly because they just live in urban areas, and these states are already won by Democrats by such large margins that they're just wasting votes, while Republicans are a lot more effective at spreading out their votes. That's why they have that natural built-in advantage. So that was my election video about the Electoral College and why the GOP wins all the time. Well, wins in a neutral environment, and yeah, I think it's a pretty interesting topic, and I wanted to cover it. So let me know what you think of this video in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.